Well, guys, welcome.
I'd forgotten what van life was like. After making the decision to not stay in a hotel and eat instead, the toilets are closed and I'm cold.
Plus, as you probably saw in the previous couple of videos, we're actually transporting a lot of stuff that's going to stay at Nicola's mum's. So, there's not a lot of room in here. Anyway, welcome to Scotland. We're at one of our favourite little...
Was favourite.
Our second favourite park up here at Glencapel. Fantastic little area. In fact, there's two of them here. I'm sure some of you out there have been here before. And yes, it normally does have public loos, but they're shut. But anyway, that's all good, because just up the road there's emptying facilities. So someone's having to use the porta potty much sooner than she thought. She thought that was a whole European thing, but no. She loves it, really. In her...
I'm so glad I got my big coat that's not allowed to come with me.
Far too big for the van coat. Anyway, just a very quick say hello from Glencapel. We're literally only going to be in Scotland for this evening, and then we're shooting all the way down towards Cambridge tomorrow. But yeah, if you're ever in Dumfries area, highly recommend coming to Glencapel. It's quite close to Calaverock Castle and Calaverock Bird Reserve. Really good place to stay. Right. I think that Ninth Hotel is calling me in for a Guinness. So how was your first night back in the van?
I didn't sleep.
We're keeping it real.
Yeah, 1 o'clock I was awake and that was me pretty much for the rest of the night. I don't know why. There was a bit of wind and rain, but...
No, it's because you were thinking that we were never going to sell the flat.
Yeah, I think that's what it was.
You know, when you get something in your mind.
Yeah.
But what we have done is, we have for the last 4 or 5 years in the van, we've actually had a double sleeping bag that we've had, and that was great. But we went to give it a wash before we came away and noticed it had all kind of shredded. So we decided just to use a duvet.
Oh, it's the best thing ever.
Why haven't we been using a duvet before?
But the only thing is I now really overheat. At my age you tend to, that happens quite a lot anyway, but with this duvet it's like atomic feeling heat in a good way.
Anyway,
I'm rambling. I haven't finished my tea
She's only
yet.
midway through her tea. So we are going to get going from here. We've got about a maybe 5.5 hour drive down to see friends in Mildenhall. So we're going to finish our tea and coffee, go grab a few bits and pieces from Tesco's in Dumfries, and then start making the wonderful picturesque journey down the A1M South. But yeah, day one of being back in the van.
And I'm really tired.
Bodes well for the next several thousand.
What?
Nothing to see here. Nothing to see here. Well, good morning. So we have made it down to Cambridge. Stayed with friends last night, and we had a little bit of an ulterior motive staying here. Rollo is a man of many talents. Ooh, and we've all gone dark. This man here is a man of many talents, and one of our biggest regrets when we had the van designed was putting in carpet rather than laminate, because the carpet gets absolutely filthy. And so what we're going to do is we're going to kind of retrofit a little bit of laminate on top of the carpet for these next week of weeks. Now, I am not DIY man at all. This man, however, is the complete opposite of me not being DIY man. He's now measuring stuff like a proper DIY man. But yeah, so we're just going to put this laminate, which Nicola picked up for free from somewhere, I've no idea where, and we're just going to put it on top of the carpet. And if this works out as a temporary solution, then what we may end up doing is getting it done permanently. But yeah, the carpet just gets sandy, dusty, minging, and over the course of the next few months it also starts to smell as well. So we really wish that we had put laminates in there to begin with. So right, I guess I should go and, I don't know, call out figures and handle spirit levels and stuff. Yes, that's all looking quite good, isn't it? This man here is a DIY guru. This woman here is an OCD pain in my backside. Anyway, thank you, Robert.
Oh, pleasure.
I think it looks quite well. And again, there's bits, you know, the main reason why we're doing it is to keep the carpet clean, because the carpet really gets minging. But as you can see, I don't think that looks too bad at all. Get a proper bit of vinyl and put it down, because
this is just for the 3-month test.
yeah, if you're thinking of doing a van, don't put carpet in, put vinyl down. Don't make our mistake. Right? Bikes now. Bikes. I forgot how much of a pain. Don't get me wrong, I think having bikes on the road is going to be quite good, but I forgot how much of a faff it is to get them kind of on. The last time we had bikes on, it's one of the reasons why we've got this kind of sticker up here. The handlebars kept bumping up against the oh, we have a cat trying to get into our van as well now look.
Better make sure we don't take it with us.
Yeah. But yeah, now the problem that we have with this bike rack is you can't get a proper bike cover for it, because they don't make one, because it should be on your toolbar. So, but we're going to see whether we can get something just to cover it whenever we're stationary. Right, so now I worry for the next several days that these are going to fall off and cause a major accident and send me to jail.
We better use them.
Yes. First up, aren't we going to use them today to cycle to the pub?
We are.
Oh, we've got to get them off again.
Okay.
Pain in the backside. I think jobs here are pretty much done. Yeah, a woman's work is never done, eh?
Apparently not.
A woman's OCD work is never done, that's for sure. Well, good morning again, guys. It is now Sunday morning, and we have been in Cambridge for all of the week. You can probably hear I've got had another pretty bad cough, bad cold, but yeah, we're just parked up on Nicola's mum's driveway. And what day's tomorrow, Nicola?
The day we're leaving. I'm starting to freak out again a bit. Well, more than a bit.
She's kind of like whoop, 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 whoop. So
But I'm still very torn between where I want to be and what I want to do. Let's just hope that I can figure it out soon.
Yeah, so we have a Eurostar booked for tomorrow at about 12:20, I think.
Well, I'm not impressed that the nighttime temperature in France this week is going to be something like -5, -6.
Yeah.
That's not what I signed up for.
The first few days, we're going to spend a few days travelling down through. You'll see that in next week's vlog. But yeah, it looks like the overnight temperatures are pretty cold.
And I'm having to leave my fluffy pyjamas here because they're too big to take with me.
Don't need fluffy pyjamas, we're going to Spain.
Exactly, which is why I'm not taking them. It's meant to be warm.
So we have just got a last few bits and pieces to do. Nicola's family's coming over today for a Sunday roast, which I'm cooking. Hey ho, hey ho.
Nigel's done a good job on the van considering it was absolutely minging and we haven't got a hose.
We had a big massive blast of Sahara dust move through at the beginning of the week. In fact, when we first got down to Cambridge, almost said move to Cambridge. Oh. That sent shivers down my spine. So yeah, it was completely minging. But Nicola's mum doesn't have a hose either, so we're having to kind of hand wash and polish. And then, as I think we've mentioned once or twice before, Nicola has insane OCD, so she's been going around after me going, "Here, look at that, need to polish that, need to polish that."
Yeah, it's still minging. But I did the wheels, so that's my fault.
And I'm happy to report that the laminate in here, we are definitely going to get this done permanently whenever we come back in May. Because I really do think this is going to be a much welcome addition, especially, you know, even this last few days we've been in and out of the van doing stuff and bringing in sort of muddy feet and just a nice little wipe clean. So that's been a good upgrade. But we now have to figure out where we're going to store everything. In fact, you can already see here. Things are already pretty packed out. So.
I opened a cupboard earlier and it was literally like an explosion of things coming towards me. I was like, if Nigel wants anything in here, he's going to have to ask me where it is. Because I've literally strategically packed.
And when you say an explosion of things?
My things.
Yeah.
I've even got little things secretly hidden that he doesn't know about.
Sexy things?
Not particularly.
Oh, God. 2 bits of planning today. So get the final few bits and pieces in the van sorted, ready to go tomorrow morning. Have a bit of a family lunch with Nicola's mum. And then later in the afternoon, It's the Manchester United-Newcastle United EFL Cup final. Man, you might actually win something. Oh, never thought I'd see it again in my lifetime. Tomorrow's the day. Must admit, even I'm feeling a little bit apprehensive about it all, but hey, can't say that too loudly in front of her because that'll freak her out even more. I'm supposed to be the face of calm. So another little upgrade that we did while we were here. So we had this fly screen, probably can't really see it, but we had this fly screen put on, which will come in really, really handy. But because they put the fly screen on, they had to remove the little step light that was on here. So we ended up getting ourselves little stick-on lights that are sort of motion controlled. So when the door opens, it doesn't do a massive big light, but just enough to so you don't sort of fall out the door. And we also put one in the boot as well. So
I need a wee, so hurry up.
well, guys, say we are about to head off tomorrow, and yeah, as I said, I'm a little bit apprehensive, but also excited as well to finally get on the road. It's been a couple of weeks of lots of ups and downs, as you saw last week. We'll update you at some point in the future regarding what's going on with the flat. But yeah, I'm looking forward to finally getting on the road and starting things off. So
I've got mixed emotions, but well, hopefully that will change as we go along.
well, the whole plan of getting going, a little bit, I like to kind of describe this moment as Nicola would be very anxious about flying. And of course, you're very anxious in the days and the hours leading up to it, and that anxiety kind of gets more and more, and then you're on the plane, and then you're off the plane, and you're on your holiday, and you kind of forget about it. So I think the anxiety and the build-up to this, once we get going...
Anticipation, can't even say it. Anticipation is hard.
And no doubt about it, in next week's vlog, that first week in the van will probably going to be quite testing as well.
It'll be tough, I think, because it'll be cold. We'll just be travelling lots. I'll be trying to fit work in, and I think it'll be quite stressful.
And just getting used to being back in the van again. But hopefully,
a small space.
It normally takes us a couple of weeks to get our sort of van mojo back again. So she's going to a garden centre with her mum. I'm on cooking duties, and then hopefully, by the next time you see us, will we be on the road? But Manu will also have won a trophy. So, right, guys. Well, from the UK. It's a little bit of a goodbye.
Au revoir.
Adios. Oh yeah, she's still doing Duolingo. Many days now?
900.
Many words do you know?
About 20.
Bodes well for our Spanglish.
I can read it okay, I just can't understand it or when it's spoken or speak it.
Dos cerveza.
I could read a menu, that's all I need.
Dos cerveza, por favor. All you need to know.
Vino blanco.
Right, guys.
We're good. We're all set.
All set. No doubt we'll have run-ins with Mr. Hanky, the Spanish poo again.
I've forgotten about that.
There we go. Leave you with that thought.
And lack of Spanish loos.
Exactly. Right, guys. Well, until next time when we will finally be on the road, thanks a lot for following along. Take care.
A bientôt.
What she said.